What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Slime Rancher. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and check out some of the cool gameplay on offer from Monomi Park's Slime Rancher. So, welcome on back in. In today's episode, I'm not totally sure what we're going to be working on. I have plenty of chickens going on right now, so I should probably... I don't know. The last time I played the game, chickens did not replicate at nearly this rate. This time around, the chickens seem to be moving at a pretty high clip, and so it should be pretty easy to keep all of these tabby slimes fed. In today's episode, I was hoping, hey, tabby slimes, be good. Be very, very good. That's all I require of you. That's all I ask of you. There we go. So you've been taken care of. Got a couple of rock plorts right there. My suggestion would be that we probably fill up one of the little dispensary things. You'll find that they gather around the dispenser whenever they want to get fed. So from now on, that's why some people avoid putting these in, is because then your slimes don't like move around naturally. Then they just like gather all over by this thing nonstop. Eventually they should disperse again, I think. These guys out here, the ball pit. Sounds like a male strip joint. Welcome to the ball pit. Anyways, I've got paint plorts on this side. Let's run these on back over. I doubt that they're going to be worth anything super lucrative. But we need a little bit of startup cash right now. And you know what? I'm not that upset to say that we're actually hurting for cash right now because the the slime market in general has been absolutely terrible for us since the start of the game. Our slime market has been really, really bad, which has kept us from making any sort of cumulative cash over the course of the playthrough. It was up for a little while, now it's been down for a little while. Ooh, we've got a box over here. Okay, it's got a couple roostros. Some little things inside of it. I don't really care about the roostros. Like, honestly, the roostros are alright. I just don't see how they really benefit me that well, aside from you only need like one or two to put inside the chicken pan. So I may just feed these to the tabby slimes in a little bit. Shh, don't tell the roostros, though. They'll panic and they'll run, and then I gotta try and catch them. It'll be a giant pain in the ass. Well, in today's episode, I had wanted to get this guy fed and taken care of. Unfortunately, I had to use my harvest to feed all of my slimes because they were getting quite hungry. It's been about a day since they were fed last. And I don't want to be like a bad slime owner. Could I even be like, I guess, a bad slime caretaker there? That terminology is sure to rustle fewer jimmies or something like that. I've never understood the argument there. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, pretty sure I own my cat. Like, I think it's kind of a weird type of ownership. Like, I don't think I own him in the same sense that I, like, own a car key or whatever. But at the same time, oh, we got paid for that, too. Did I miss a carrot? I thought there was 3 carrots over there. No, there's... Oh, there he goes. We finally got him finished off. And so he's going to burst into a mess of slime paste. I am going to pick up all of these slimes over here. We'll get the slime key. I'll launch them into the water. Apparently they don't actually die when they go into the water. I don't know. I would think that, like, your pet, the slimes use the water, by the way, as like a transfer method or something like that in the lore. And so when you throw them into the water, they don't die. They just, like, reemerge elsewhere or something. I don't know. It's like pushing your friend to the pool or something. I'm not totally sure on this. It's just, it's what the game says. Cool. You really don't make that much money, in all honesty, from, like... You don't make that much money from breaking the chest. I think we made about 40 bucks between the 2 chests that we just broke. And I broke one over there, too. But maybe I wasn't paying attention before I broke them. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. You would think, like, my animals would hope that I have ownership of them, because then they are afforded the rights that property has, right? Because then they would have, like, protections. Whereas if it's just, like, an animal that lives in your house, what protections is it owed? You see what I mean? Like, legally. I'm talking from, like, a legal standard. Like, I wouldn't let, regardless of the terminology used, I'm going to still protect my kitty. Anybody try to get wild with my kitty, we're going to throw down. Hands going to move. About to catch 5, and you don't even know. Mess with the kitties. Messing with your life. Anyways, I'm just saying, from a legal standpoint, if something is not your property, I don't know, it seems like it should be afforded. Like, people can't mess with stuff that's your property without legal ramifications, whereas, like, is there, like, a separate legal bracket for pets that people want, like ward or something like that, that it would work for? I don't know. I would like these chickens to come with me. Chickens, I require your presence. There's a rooster up there. Looks like there's something up and off that way too that I hadn't quite noticed up until this point. I didn't know what that slime was doing. It looked suspiciously like it was trying to poop on me. And I am not down for that. Nope. I'm not that kind of rancher. I get poop on me. I'm done. I ain't playing today. Nope, nope, nope. Those Q berries aren't quite ready to go yet. Oh, there's a chest over here in the high grass. Okay. In the far, far away weed. Oh, cool. There's heart. I think these are called like heartbeats. That's what they are. Heart turnips? That's not punny. They can't be called heart turnips. Fine, well, get out of here, chickens. I'm gonna take these, and if you listen very closely, you can faintly hear a veggie with the twist turn on the humor. If you listen very closely, you'll see what it's like. Have good will travel. It's one of my favorite Megadeth songs. Oh my. I think they all want that berry, but they can't quite get it. Get out of here, enormous larjo. Yeah, I think they're trying to get after this thing right now. So I gotta decide. Well, I gotta make some farms. That's the big thing, is I gotta make some crops or something so that I've got like a better yield when it comes to feeding my guys, so that like I can get plorts while I'm out and around here. But while I'm back at home, I need to be able to produce like 10, 15 carrots a day. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little rough. We gotta get our diamond game on stat. Make sure that while we're back up in there, we're producing all of the carrots we need in order to light up her smile or something. I want to see what's through this door, so we're going to find out right now. We're going through this door, and ain't nothing in the universe can stop us. Open sesame, slime key looking all shiny. So what is this? Ooh, the Indigo Quarry. Never been here before. This is all new to me. This right here is called columnar jointing, although those are crystalline formations, so that's a little bit weird. Columnar jointing happens in very specific situations with very specific chemical constituents. Looks like we got rock slimes in here. Looks like there's some boom slimes. Ah, we have access to further pogo fruits, okay. Which I will gladly say yes to. Maybe I have to walk through the gold when it pops out of the box. Get out of here. I'm trying to take your carrots. Why are you making this so difficult right now? It looks like the zone does continue. We may want to come back once we have access to something like the jetpack in order to kind of get up on some of these inclines and whatnot. Looks like there may be something up top that I just can't quite see because I don't have the proper vestments. Ooh, rock plorts, yes please. I could use these right now. I need the cash so I can get myself a stash and make a dash on over to the bank. We got further heartbeats right there, which is probably a good thing. The boom slime plorts are worth quite a bit of money too, but I'm just out of space right now. Got nothing remaining here. You go in the ocean. Dick. Yeah, how you like them apples? Ugh. Have I saved the universe from the impending threat yet? Hooray! It is I, he who has saved all of the slimes from impending doom. Huzzah! Hooray for me! Let there be parades erected in my honor. Let everything be erected in my honor. The more erections, the better. Hooray! God, how does this happen? Like, I sit down and I start playing video games, and it's just like the shit that comes out of my mouth sometimes. I don't even really know how to properly quantify it. Sorry. I gotta walk funny for a second because things are happening in real life. And so I was trying to navigate using only the directional keys. It didn't work out, though, as you might suspect. It went kind of poorly. We'll check out Indigo Quarry in just a minute. I'm going to see if I can get some money on board for a jetpack. And if we can get money on board for a jetpack, that'll make it a little bit easier. If you can't get money together for a jetpack, having a jetpack would be pretty legit. I have my doubts that I would go on like runs or anything ever again. I would just jetpack around and just be like, blum, 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 blum. Oh yeah, with the gold slime, apparently you're supposed to shoot food at it. So instead of trying to capture it, with my greedy little hands. I was supposed to shoot at it, but just didn't get around to it because I'm a noob like that. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Such is life. They apparently have like a 6 or 7 or 5% chance to spawn every single time you do. So are these actually picking up plorts over here? No, the plort collector is not functioning. Well, that's fun. Why is my plort collector not working? I mean, to be fair, they are spitting out all kinds of goodies, so let's re-carrot that thing so that it's nice and filled up. That tabby slime has somehow escaped and is now quite exasperated with the fact that it can't get back inside there. We've got you guys in here. Alright, here, take those. Enjoy yourselves. Feast! I wonder if they'll produce if there's too many plorts inside the area or something like that. We've got phosphor plorts coming out of our ears right now. And not just because I like to stuff my pillows with them. Alright, phosphor plorts, are you worth anything? God, when is this market going to even out? This market is awful at the moment. It is just the worst. I'm going to have to save some for later. I think we might have to... So for a silo, what's that going to cost me? Silo's kind of expensive. I would like to have gardens instead. Like if I could put in a garden right there. And a garden right there. And then what we could do is we could have that one grow heartbeats. And then we'll have the other one grow possibly, I don't know. We'll figure out what we want the other one to grow, but for right now, we're just going to have to take the hit because I need the money. I mean, there's always going to be more time to produce plorts, you know. I like how we got, you see that 3-shot burst right there? It was like, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Got it done. That's how I like my beast to go too, just ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Yeah, make that, I guess, a heartbeat for right now. And so we've got 72 minutes, so like an hour until this harvest is done. Okay, that's kind of an interesting issue. What if I do... Like we get nutrient blend, and we put that in on both. And so now we got nutrient blend. I can only assume those little crystalline thingies right there are the nutrient blend that make everything work a little bit better. Try our new coffee with a nutrient blend. A South Chilean nutrient blend. Everybody loves South Chilean nutrients, right? That's not a weird sentence to say at all. If you guys are hungry, eat the damn food. Keep feeding you guys and keep making it difficult. Produce more plorts for me, please. Yay, plort production. Give me your monies. Throw you in there. Tabby plorts need to be fed, so I'll get on that in a couple of minutes. I may sleep through the rest of the night just to make this whole thing. Oh, man. It's an elder roostro. Okay. I may need to pick up chickens elsewhere. These chickens are looking a little busted. They're looking a little dented. These chickens are not performing at the chicken level of aptitude that I expect from my chickens. We've got more mail. It's Ogden Ortiz. The name's Ogden Ortiz. I'm a slime rancher, much like yourself, but I mostly fancy myself as a farmer. Came to the far, far range to grow fruits and veggies the way we used to back on Earth, but getting down into the soil, getting your hands dirty. You know those carrots improve night vision? Yeah, seriously, they do. I don't see why all ranchers aren't just gobbling them down every chance that they get. Being lost out on the range at night can be very, very dangerous. Well, don't let me ramble on you here. We'll be in touch via the range exchange. I tend to only raise slimes that eat fruits and veggies, so expect those kinds of requests from me. Looking forward to doing business with you. P.S. You ever heard of the gilded ginger? It's a mythical veggie that's said to be the favorite food of an equally mythical gold slime, but some say that neither of them actually exist. I seen the gold slime, son. I done seen it. I seen it. Man. This market's rough. This market's real rough. Guess I'll just keep on my hustle for right now. Stony hens. I apologize for this. No, the stony chick can go back in there. Since we got the chicks, because everybody knows them YouTube hens bring in all the chicks. We'll bring this back over here. They're all looking a tad hungry. And yeah, my cat gives me that look every single morning when he hasn't been fed either. We'll feed the elder over here as well. And I wonder why it's not sucking up my plorts here. What is that for? Oh, I like how you can see the little pixels on the screen. That's a cool effect. I never noticed that before. You can see the little RGB cells or whatever they are from back in the day. Old TVs, kids. Back in the day, old TVs had these things called like RGB cells. I forget what the exact terminology is. But anyways, they had these things where there was a red, a green, and a blue right next to each other on the screen. And every single pixel, if you looked close enough, was those three colors side by side. And then they would intermix by kind of like making one brighter and darker or whatever. And so anyways, that's what I'm referring to right now. If you get the chance, go look at a tube TV like we had when I was a kid. And you'll see what I'm saying is true. You will find the truth to be validated in my words. Although honestly, back in the day, I had black and white TVs when I was a kid. So, not like that old, but some of the TVs in my parents' house were black and white when I was really, really young. First color TV was a Curtis Mathis, which is a company that does not even exist anymore. Like, that's not even a real thing that produces profits or exists. Big old Curtis Mathis my dad bought after the first black and white TV. And the Curtis Mathis, I think, was like a 45-inch or something like that because my dad's business had just taken off. And so anyways, a 45-inch TV back in those days was like a really big deal. It was pretty much the shit. And then, you know, HD happened and all that stuff. They had that Curtis Mathis, though, for probably like 20 years. My parents only recently moved up to like the HD TVs and whatnot. My dad was pretty happy because a month or two ago he bought himself like a 4K, like 70-inch or something like that. Takes up an entire wall at his house. It's pretty cool, though. I don't know. I kept it small with my apartment. Small is kind of relative. After I got my first YouTube paycheck, I went because I had a really shitty TV that I'd found on the side of the road. When I was in college, I had a TV that was from the side of the road, and I'd just been using it for hella long. And so anyways, one of my first YouTube paychecks, that's one of the first things I bought, is I went out and I got myself, oh yeah, we needed chickens, didn't we? We don't need to be over here right now. I need to go find chickens. Went out and got myself, I think it's a 55-inch or whatever. I could have gone bigger, but my apartment is so small that it would have like forced people that were sitting on the couch to like move their necks weird in order to watch TV. And so I decided to go for something a little bit more tasteful that like fit the room better. You know what I mean? It's not a 4K either because at the time 4K TVs were just being released and nothing was actually being formatted in 4K. So it was like, well, yeah, you can get a 4K TV. But like, what are you going to watch with it, you know? And the place that I was getting the TVs at was like marking up the 4Ks like crazy because they had just come out. And, you know, all the guys that like to be the first dudes to get new technology were all lined up to get the 4K TVs. And so they knew they could charge top dollar for them. I'm like, eh. And they had all their other TVs marked down because now in the mind of the consumer, apparently all the other TVs were like inferior or something. Seemed all right to me. I got my 55-inch for like a steal, and it's a really, really nice TV. I likes it a lot. I kind of lean towards Sony's when it comes to TVs. I don't know why, but the picture quality on Sony's always look a little better to me. Like, I'm not sure what it is that they do with their particular brand of LCDs, but they just look better. Maybe it's like the glossy finish that they give the front of them. I'm not really sure. They just always seem to look a little bit tighter and nicer to me. Bring these chickens on back, and I'm going to throw them in the coop, and then we'll make another run out to... Well, I'll refill all of the pen space, I think. Yeah, it's probably a wise idea. I'll refill all the pen space with the food so that it can continue to restock all of the slimes that we currently have on hand. And then from there, we'll go back out and we'll take a look and see if we can't pick up a few more slime types from one of our other locations. Our house looks like it's from Dragon Ball Z. You ever notice that? It looks like the Capsule Corporation houses. I don't know if that's like as intended, like as a homage, or if it's just coincidental, but the house in this game definitely looks like it was made by Capsule Corp. I mean, it's got a Z on the side right there, so maybe it is. I don't know. These hens need to go in this pen. So once these hens get in the pen, you got to do a cavity search every day for shivs and other related hardcore materials, because you never know what your chickens be up to once you leave the farm. And they'd be having those chicken gang wars out there, the stony chickens versus the normal chickens. Let's throw some carrots in there. It will dispense as necessary. I do have the stony beets. Oh, cool. Plort collector's actually working, so that'll be nice for a little quick cash infusion, even though the market is way, way down. Still gotta make money. Everybody gotta pay rent, including ranchers, but damn is the market down. Made maybe like 560 off that, maybe. I think 560 is the direct 20 times 18. Yeah, it seems about right in my head anyways. These guys seem a little unhappy, so I will try to brighten their day with the application of pomegranates, because everybody loves pomegranates. What's not to love? Pomegranates are delicious. Tabby Slime's in here overproducing because I gave them their favorite food. Got 13 right there. That should set us up with at least another couple hundred. Wow, it already harvested? Maybe that's how much time it has until it stops being harvestable. I don't know. Either way works for me. These heartbeats are the favorite food of our rock slimes. So, if we load these up in the feeder, we should be able to generate better revenues, I think. We're going to have to wait until they get done with the other stuff, but it's alright. Pick up some of those phosphor plorts. They appear to be happy once again. Easy to please. Some of the lower tier the lower tier slimes are easy to please anyways. Let's make some money here, shall we? Trying to get some cash lined up so that we don't have to worry about anything else in the future. That's all good over there. It might be worth it to put something else inside of one of these farms. But you know, I'm not really that stressed about it. I feel alright. I feel pretty good about the whole thing. I do wish there was a way... Why are you guys trying to escape right now? I go out of my way to give you a good life, and you insult me by trying to jump out the tank all the time. What do I get for this? Because that's actually pretty easy. A bunch of chickens. Mochi Miles. I don't think I've ever met Mochi Miles, but hey. If Munchy Miles needs herself some plorts, Munchy Miles needs herself some plorts. Munchy Miles sounds like the payoff you get if you eat like too many Nabisco products or something, like you get the UPCs or whatever. Like, you've collected 30,000 Munchy Miles. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like one of those vague things that they would give you as a reward for otherwise just like consuming their products far too frequently. You know it's bad when in their company paperwork they refer to you and your demographic as heavy users. That's how you know shit has gone too far. Really wish you guys would stop eating each other's plorts. I do need tabby plorts though. I need a rock plorts as well. And my goal here... Get out of here. Throw you in the ocean because I got better shit to do right now. All up in my way. Actually, we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Slime Rancher, where things are moving along swimmingly as we get prepared for 4.0, which is the next iteration of the game that should be coming out at some point. I don't know. There was a roadmap to accessing it, and I'm not sure when 4.0. They took the roadmap down. The roadmap used to be on their website, and now it appears as though the forum post has been moved or something like that. I got to go back and track down the actual roadmap for when the next edition is coming out, because I want to play it. That's going to be like the next, I think, feature-rich release is going to be 4.0. As for right now, they're just kind of putting stuff out and polishing things and making stuff happen. I will see you all in future episodes of Slime Rancher. That is my plort. I will see you in the future. Bye, everybody.